All right, and here we are on YouTube. So yes, we are facing the insanity, which is the SMS messaging services of the world. And so this isn't what I wanted to talk about, but it's related. So let's focus on that first. So plan A, so the problem to be solved. Actually, let's maybe we should step back and focus on the larger issue. And I wanted to capture that, which is that interactive chat is an incredibly powerful mechanism, right? Slack is, one of the most popular enterprise software companies ever. Maybe not the largest installed, but in terms of the most fanatical enterprise users, I think Slack is probably the world leader. I don't know if you're familiar with Slack, but it's basically it's amazing for the enterprise, but they've done an amazing user experience and onboarding experience such that people love it and become addicted to it, which is really, really rare for enterprise software.
That's it. Yeah. That's it.
It has all sorts of issues in terms of scaling and such, but they give away relatively generous free plans, so they kind of take over the world, but they're very much a centralized company, right? And there are lots of open source Slack clones, like Fleep, which we use already, but they have their own quirks, and it's hard to get people to install an app.
Even though Fleep is more like a website. I mean, there's an app.
They have absolutely an app, but like in terms of so I've been trying to build communities around these sorts of chat things. And the problem is things like iMessage work great, but you can never get the data out of it, right? It's all locked in there. And so
plus it's an Apple focused thing.
So. Well, Apple's focused, but it's true of most of these other things too. Like Android has a talk thing, which is just for Android, which avoids the SMS system, right? So the only real common denominator is SMS. And SMS, while it may be expensive, is pretty much on every phone on the planet, all 3 billion of them, right? Okay. And so the idea is if you could create a social network around SMS, then anyone could participate without having to download an app.
Okay.
And so that was the idea I had. And then originally I was going to do everything myself, but then someone pointed me to GroupMe, which is probably the good place to have the segue here, which is a tool that, amazingly enough, it started out as a tool for gamers. Not Groupon, GroupMe.
GroupMe.
GroupMe. The thing we
I remember that as I don't know. I haven't run associated with it.
But that's we've been sending messages on GroupMe without you realizing it. So, right. So you sent me a message from your app, right?
From my app on the phone, yeah.
Right. So you have a GroupMe app. And the amazing thing is that, so the real interesting question is, so I can see your messages to me. So if I send you a message from the website rather than my phone, do you see anything? Is one question.
No, I haven't received any of your GroupMe messages. I received
yeah. Now I just hearted your thing. Okay, so next thing is to see is if you can log in to GroupMe on the web.
Okay, that's a live test. Yeah.
To see if it's something weird with your app or your phone, or if there's something fundamentally broken in either GroupMe or in how I'm trying to communicate with you.
It's GroupMe.com.
Yeah, web.groupme.com.
Oh, web.
I'm not sure what the login for it is. It's probably just groupme.com. It always kicks me in if it doesn't while I'm logged in. Do you want to share your screen?
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. Come on. Oh, go back to Zoom and let me log in first.
Okay.
Please like this password.
And I'm just going to give some pattern in the background so people who's watching. The basic idea is that I was building a website to try to aggregate SMS messages, but then every time you send an individual message, you have to pay per recipient, which can get expensive. Or you can buy a phone line and then add everyone onto a single shared phone number, and then they all just text that phone number to message each other. But it's kind of expensive to get a new phone number every time. And then I discovered GroupMe, which basically does all this for you, is that it will send you messages and it does some fancy multiplexing, so it doesn't have to do it, but you can basically create arbitrary groups, send a message, and as long as people accept the GroupMe invite, they will get free SMS messages that you send to the group. So this is ridiculously expensive, so they do have a rule like if you don't reply, we'll stop sending it to you and they have to log into the web. But Microsoft bought them, and so like everything is free for the time being, where you can basically get arbitrary numbers of groups and phone numbers for free with GroupMe, then I can just send it. Okay, so click on the conversation there. Me.
Yeah, clicking, double clicking. Oh, there you go. So that's so it's empty. On my phone, I have messages that I've sent to you. Got a message for, so is that message, that's a message that I sent you. Got a message for me, it's a message.
Oops, hold on a second. I got a call from my wife. Sign of the times. My wife just said they have COVID testing kits on sale at Walgreens, and they'll probably be gone in an hour. So she wants me to run and pick some up before they disappear. Let's just spend 5 minutes here. So are you able to get a chat window even where you can like send a message? Or if you go to that, the right button, can you
okay, so
create a new chat maybe? I don't know.
This is my phone. So this is the messages that I've sent you. I just screenshotted. So see.
When you say you're showing, you said your phone. Yeah. You're showing your phone. That's like holding it up to the camera.
Or? Oh no! This is that screenshot.
The screenshot, the screen sharing, is that from your phone or from your from a computer or an iPad?
This is a screenshot I just took out of my phone and I airdropped it to the laptop.
Ah, so, okay. Can you log into the GroupMe website from your laptop?
Yes, I just did that.
Okay,
and then share that. This is what I see.
Okay, can you interact with the screen, or is this a screenshot?
No, this is a screen.
Okay, so if you click on that, it doesn't show you anything interesting. That's odd. If you go to the little...
I see there's a chat.
Yeah. If you click on the little text right button there, where's the...
This one?
The little blue square with the pencil on it in the upper, next to my name. Next.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Oh, next to the word chat.
I see.
A pair of reading glasses, and then there's an edit button, I guess it is. So try start direct message.
And I ask for contact.
So let me give you let me put you in the Zoom chat.
Oh,
the phone number for IGWET.
So you're saying that it's just earning in your address book?
No, so I sent you a phone number in the Zoom chat, the IGWET number. See if it lets you send
210 number?
The 210.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can send a message to just that directly. Yeah, direct message.
This is the one, right?
He's already in your address book. Okay, so send me a direct message.
Sorry, you cannot direct message SMS user. So
that's interesting. Doesn't let you send a direct message to SMS. I have to log in as a GroupMe user with that account. I wonder if is that part of the reason why it's not working. But the other thing that's weird, let me go back to sharing my screen. Okay, if I go to GroupMe, and then I had a Datocracy, or yeah, thing here. So this group here, I added Datocracy to it. Now, can I add you to it? So add members. So it doesn't have your number there, so I think you okay with me putting your phone number on the Zoom call, or shall I hide the screen while I do that? You'll probably already get a lot of spam calls anyway. So if I try to set a number, edit to this. So add it or just to the group. Now if I try sending message. Do you see anything in your GroupMe app? I just added you to the Datocracy group.
My app on the phone, you mean?
Yeah, the GroupMe app on the phone or the GroupMe website on your computer, either one.
The website, nothing's happening.
Share my screen here.
On the phone, nothing's happening either. Like I guess just adding me to a group with me. I got a new life. You got me. But that was from an old set.
So I got an SMS about this happening. And then if I look on GroupMe on my phone, I see the message. And then if I look on my IGWET SMS account, I see somebody say, hello, Ernie, I get these as text, but not through GroupMe.
I answered directly through SMS to that number.
Okay, and
then that's normal. But it didn't go through GroupMe. I mean, those messages didn't go through.
Okay, so I'm sending one now at 1:16. Do you see this IGWET text?
Okay. I got it as text, but not through GroupMe, but yes.
Not through GroupMe, but you got direct from IGWET. Okay, so that means that this can work. So there's something weird between the way IGWET is talking to GroupMe to you, which is a separate issue. But if IGWET can send you messages directly via SMS, then that would work. So this is the pitch. And we'll share this, and I got to go right off. So the pitch is that we will create a reflector on IGWET, which is a phone number that you can send a text to. And then when you send messages to that phone number, then it will turn them into a chat thread.
Into a chat web.
Chat thread. So the idea will be that Igwet's crashing on me lately, so I can't actually show you what I had in mind, but I will try to fake it. So so this is Igwet here. On a good day, it lets me log in. It's a very prototype level software. Okay, but you have groups here. So the idea is we create groups. So I'll create a Datocracy group here. Like I got a group that says Datocracy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put a phone number on it or whatever, so that when you send, whenever any of us sends an appropriate text message to Igwet, it creates a message on this server as well as sending each other the text message. So the idea is that it acts like a reflector so that you and I can chat with each other and potentially create multiple channels for chatting. But then those could also go into a, like an Igwet slash, pub slash Datocracy page, which will be like a forum. Like it'll show the, and like if it's really smart, it'll capture threads. Like if we have a burst of threads, it'll make a page out of it and you can see those conversations. So the idea becomes sort of group micro-blogging via SMS. So the idea is we can have the conversations that we currently have on Fleet, these sort of quick fire, let me just send you this one sentence and a link. But then they end up on a web page somewhere, and the dream, like, I don't know how practical this is, but the dream would be that people can, send a text message and join, or at least log into the website and join. So there's 1,000 microblogging services out there. But the idea is that if you can do something on SMS, where we just send SMSs to each other or to groups, and then they also appear in a public website. Could you say that again? That becomes, sorry, Siri, not you. That becomes kind of a new way of doing public group chats that other people could join.
So that would be a way to do it using SMS, which has its limitations. Now, the reason I like Flip is because you have multiple conversations and you can share files. So I don't know how I've had. I mean, SMS can do some attachments, so it's not trivial. Yeah, exactly. I mean, these days mostly you're sharing links anyway, and what you're just having is a service that converts the links. Yeah, there are apps. I mean, there's an app for Twilio, although that's painful. Of course, you can always have the website itself where you can log in, which is more heavier weight. Yes. So your idea is to let's use the minimum that we have, which is SMS, and that is like more widespread, it's more widely used, so that people can join without having to download an app, right? It just becomes another thread in their messages app. Okay, so you want to base basically explicitly on text. Right. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a thing where you may not. Do you ever get SMS messages from GroupMe, or you only just get it in the app? I haven't gotten anything from GroupMe at all. Okay, so that would be the thing that maybe there's a way. So that's probably why you can't talk to Igwet through GroupMe, is that it doesn't recognize you, because Igwet may not have a GroupMe and account. So, but that's something I can fix potentially, is creating a separate GroupMe account. So in the end, that's kind of like backending, right? As a user, I just worry about text, a number, right, and sending text to this number. Yeah, and the idea being that if we can get GroupMe working, though, then you can just either use GroupMe, or you can text to a GroupMe SMS number if you want to do it that way, and then we can have multiple channels easily, because each GroupMe thread would be its own. SMS would be its own chat in your messages app or in GroupMe. So if you're okay using, so GroupMe in theory
I think you can actually even do the, I guess we can check that real quick. Can I, like you said, you could send a photo, right? Wasn't there a way to do that?
I haven't sent anything that you have. Well, I don't know.
But yeah, share photos and documents.
That's GroupMe?
Yep, that's GroupMe.
On the web.
All right, I probably should really run. Let me see if I can get Igwet set up on GroupMe, and then I will write up something. I guess the question is, you know, we talked about how Fleep is cool, and the things that it can do is have multiple channels and send attachments. And so if we could do that in GroupMe, then that would work. So then the thing is to see if I can get Igwet more formally tied to GroupMe, which will let it actually, so you could, the ideal thing is if you could just use GroupMe instead of Fleep, that would work for you, right?
In theory, yes.
In theory.
Yeah, I like reliability. So I don't want to be in this place where, oh, did you get it? Oh, I didn't work. Or, you know, I guess
yeah,
in the beginning
I understand, but like,
but
if there's, yeah, the reality is we're gonna have to build something and it will not work at first. If we can get to the point where it actually works reliably, then
yes,
it may take a while to get there. All right, I think I will have to stop here. And it gives us some, we'll chat in various mechanisms between now and then. And then next week I'll talk with Tom about language, and you're welcome to join us then.